mulberry, and hackberry. Mulberry, hackberry. Weird signs out this way. So welcome back to M Hood Fishing, everybody. I am on what is a rail trail. Look at this. Straight this way, straight back that way. When you're going this way, it gets paved, but we are not going that way. We're gonna go down here. It gets rough. Looks nice right here, but guarantee me it's gonna get rougher. So this is a river bottom area right off the Sabine River. This is actually a refuge, so it's all public. There's a lot of people out here. This is the day after Christmas. Look at this. Tons of stuff in the trailer. About 5 rods, a full pack of tackle, all kinds of great stuff to work with today. As it, you know, obviously we got the bike and the trailer. Let's go do it, man. The train hasn't actually come through here for quite some time. This rail got abandoned a long time ago. I'm almost where I want to be, but I want to look at this and I want to show this to you. This is where the track went over this low area. You see there's remnants of it, bits of the trestle left. Let's come down here and take a look. It's worth checking out certain things like this because when the Sabine is in a pretty high flood stage, this whole area will be full of water and stuff will get trapped in here. Obviously this is way too shallow to hold anything over winter, but it is pretty cool looking. All right, this is the water that I want to fish today. It's not actually the Sabine. The Sabine is much further down the trail. On the map and satellite, this looks like an oxbow left behind by the Sabine. It's got flow. If you go right to this culvert here, you can hear the flow. There are little feeder creeks, or one feeder creek that comes into it that I know of. There might be more. It narrows out going this way where the water's coming in, and then it gets narrower as you go down this way, and then it eventually goes back into the Sabine River, but it's not coming out of the Sabine. This feeder creek is coming from up above, but it's wide right here and a little deep, whereas for the most part, it's shallow where the water's coming in and shallow where the water's going out. Much more shallow up here where the creek is coming into it. But this seems to be full of gar, spotted, maybe short nose as well, bowfin. I think there's catfish. I've heard there's crappie. I haven't had too many chances to fish this particular water, but we're gonna hit it hard today for the amount of time that we have left today to fish, which is about 6 hours. Here's my first score of the day. A float with a leader on it. Nice. The first thing we want to do is try to get a piece of cub bait. So we're going to drop shot this red wiggler, which is on a size 8 Aberdeen with just a little bit of weight, about 6 to 8 inches below the hook the way it is. This water looks kind of like chalky chocolate milk, right? It's a chalky brown greenish color. So I gave up on the culvert, but I found something really cool. Look at this. We now know the name of this. It is the INGN Slough. But look, we're not worried about that. But look what else we found. Cool place to fish. Looks a little worse for the wear, but I think we're gonna be okay. Let's get out on this, check it out. Seems pretty stable. Oh, those are good. Those are good. Yeah, that's fine. So I brought red worms down here and night crawlers, but I want cut bait. Until we get cut bait, I also have fiber nuggets by Team Catfish. Let's put one of those out first. I'm going to put this on a 4/0 octopus circle hook, just like that. Let's do this for the second catfish rod. We're going to spend about 30-45 minutes here. If we don't get a bite, we're going to move on. You might be wondering at this point why I don't just keep going down the trail to the river. The reason is that there's actually more water here in this slough than there is in the Sabine River right now. The Sabine is really, really low. Here, the Sabine looks more like a creek. This time of year in winter, it can get really, really low. Well over an hour I spent here. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Time to move. There's a bite. Oh, almost. Here we go. Yes. Cut bait. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Whoa, that took forever. All right, we got to do this about 4 feet underneath the float. Whoa. Jeez. My goodness. On a piece of red wiggler.
Woo, dang.
It's a nice one, huh? Yeah, you're right. Well, it's not the biggest white crappie, but I'm just pleased because this has been dismal. This has just been absolutely poor up until now. Now I'm a little encouraged. I'm excited. Hopefully I'll get something on that cut bait. The thing about this refuge is that it's catch and release. So we're definitely gonna let this go. I mean, he's undersized anyway. Super cold fish. Well over an hour ago, I started saying to myself, this is a one fish video. I know I technically caught 2 fish in this video, a little cut bait and then a crappie. I've just been out here pounding this water, doing different things and getting the same result, which is flat 0. So it's winter fishing, man. Up here where I'm at, it is not as warm as New Orleans. This water is ice cold and we're really, really close to the full moon, like really, really, really close. So I am not gonna call it quits right now, but I am gonna start packing things up and leave the 2 cut bait rods out. So maybe something will happen, maybe, but I'm just happy that I didn't get skunked, that I actually caught a fish. I know I caught 2, but really that crappie makes it a video. That's what it's like sometimes when you fish this time of year. And this is kind of a new place for me, this particular water. I have tried that culvert before, but I've never really put cut bait out here. So we'll have to come back at another time and maybe it'll be different, maybe it'll be better. But until then, like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you next time, unless I catch a fish in the next few minutes.